In this section of the lecture, we will answer a fundamental question. What are warehouses? Warehouses are often one of the first things that come to mind when we think about logistics. But their purpose and importance extend far beyond just being a place where goods are stored. At their core, warehouses are organized storage facilities for accumulated inventory. They provide a structured and secure place to store goods in an efficient and systematic way. Well, in the best case, because far too often this isn't quite true. Whether it's raw materials, finished goods or spare parts, the role of a warehouse is to ensure that these items are available and ready to use when and where they are needed. But there's more to warehouses than just storage. They are a critical part of the supply chain, helping to maintain the flow of goods and minimize disruptions. The roles and functions of warehouses can vary widely, depending on the type of business and its supply chain strategy. For example, in manufacturing, a warehouse may serve as a storage point for raw materials before they enter the production line. In e-commerce, warehouses, often called fulfillment centers, are optimized for picking, packing, and shipping individual customer orders as quickly as possible. In retail, they might hold seasonal stocks or serve as a replenishment hub for stores. Regardless of the specific use case, the primary purpose of a warehouse is to support subsequent process steps. Without warehouses, it would be nearly impossible to ensure that the right materials or products are available at the right time. So, why are warehouses necessary in the first place? The answer lies in the inherent mismatch between demand and supply. Let's take a moment to break this down. In an ideal world, supply and demand would be perfectly synchronized. Manufacturers would produce just the right amount of goods, and customers would buy them exactly when they're ready. Unfortunately, this is not how the real world works. Demand and supply are rarely deterministic. That is, they're not fixed or completely predictable. For instance, consumer demand may fluctuate due to seasonal trends, unexpected events, or economic conditions. And let me ask you, do you already know what precisely you're going to buy in the grocery store 5 weeks from now? Probably not. Similarly, supply is often subject to delays, disruptions, or bottlenecks in production, transportation, or procurement. When you follow the news, you know there is no shortage of airline strikes, traffic accidents, natural disasters, political turmoil, and war, all of which affect the reliability and thus predictability of supply. Because demand and supply cannot always be aligned in real time, warehouses play a critical role as a buffer. They allow businesses to decouple supply from demand, meaning that goods can be produced or procured in advance and stored until they are needed. This decoupling is especially important in situations where production schedules need to remain consistent, such as in factories that operate at a fixed capacity, even when demand is uneven. Let me illustrate this with a couple of examples. Consider a manufacturer producing winter clothing. The production might take place during the summer month to ensure that inventory is ready for winter, when customer demand peaks. Without warehouses, where would that inventory go during the off-season? Similarly, in the food industry, seasonal harvests often need to be stored in warehouses to ensure a steady supply throughout the year. Another example is in e-commerce, where customer orders are highly unpredictable. Companies like Amazon rely heavily on warehouses, better known as fulfillment centers, to store a wide variety of products and ensure rapid delivery to customers. Without these facilities, it would be impossible to offer the kind of next-day or even same-day shipping that customers have come to expect. Beyond simply holding inventory, modern warehouses often take on additional roles to improve efficiency in the supply network. Many warehouses are equipped with advanced technologies, such as warehouse management systems, WMS, and automation to streamline operations like inventory tracking, picking, packing, and shipping. Some even serve as value-adding hubs where goods are assembled, customized, or labeled before being sent out. It's also worth noting that warehouses are not a one-size-fits-all solution. Their design, layout, and operations can vary significantly based on the needs of the business. For example, cold storage warehouses are specifically designed to handle perishable goods like food or pharmaceuticals. Warehouses in industries like e-commerce focus on rapid order fulfillment, while bulk storage warehouses are optimized for heavy goods like raw materials. Now, let's return to the big picture. Warehouses are essential because they enable businesses to cope with the uncertainties and inefficiencies that are inherent in supply networks. Without them, companies would face constant shortages, delays, and disruptions, ultimately impacting their ability to serve customers and remain competitive. To summarize, warehouses are much more than just places where goods are stored. They are dynamic, multifunctional facilities that play a crucial role in ensuring the smooth flow of goods through a supply network. By bridging the gap between supply and demand, warehouses provide businesses with the flexibility and reliability needed to navigate an unpredictable world. As we continue through this lecture, we will dive deeper into specific processes and design aspects, as well as the technologies that are transforming how they operate. But for now, I hope this introduction has given you a solid understanding of what warehouses are and why they are indispensable in logistics.